I'm about to give you the 9 secrets that will take you from where you are to where you want to be. These are not theories. These are facts, real, tested principles that successful people live by. Do you want to change your life? Do you want to win? Do you want to stop struggling and start thriving? Then lock in, because here's the truth. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to get up, get out, and go get it yourself. The first step to achieving anything is knowing what you want. I mean, crystal clear. You can't hit a target you can't see. Too many people wake up every day drifting through life with no real direction, hoping something good will just fall into their lap. Life doesn't work that way. If you don't define your destination, you'll spend years wandering in circles, going nowhere fast. Most people struggle not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they lack clarity. They have a vague idea of success, but no real plan. I just want to be rich is not a plan. I just want to be happy is not a strategy. You need to sit down, write it out, and get specific. What does success look like for you? How much money do you want to make? What kind of business do you want to start? What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? Clarity is power. Once you define your goal, your brain starts working for you, finding ways to make it happen. Your mind is like a GPS. It can take you anywhere, but you have to enter the destination first. If you don't tell it where to go, you'll keep ending up in places you don't want to be. Stop letting life push you around. Take control. If you're struggling to figure out what you want, start by eliminating what you don't want. What drains your energy? What makes you miserable? What situations have you found yourself in that you never want to experience again? Sometimes knowing what to avoid makes it easier to see the right path. Once you're clear, write it down. Don't just keep it in your head, put it on paper. There's something powerful about seeing your dreams in front of you in black and white. It turns an idea into a commitment. It makes it real. Next, say it out loud every single day. Speak it into existence. Tell yourself, I will own my business. I will be financially free. I will change my life. Your words shape your reality. If you keep speaking doubt and uncertainty, that's exactly what you'll get. Speak confident, speak belief, and watch what happens. Make a vision board. Put pictures of your dream house, your dream car, the places you want to go, and the life you want to live. Look at it every single day. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you why you started. Because when your vision is clear, your results will be too. Let me tell you something. The perfect time does not exist. If you're waiting for everything to line up perfectly, you'll be waiting forever. Too many people sit on their dreams because they think they need more money, more experience, or more support before they start. But let me ask you this. How much longer are you going to wait? Success doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing. The truth is, you're never going to feel fully ready. There will always be obstacles, challenges, and things you don't know. But the most successful people in the world didn't wait until they had all the answers. They started messy. They learned as they went, and they figured it out along the way. Think about it. Every major invention, every breakthrough, every world-changing idea came from someone who started before they were ready. They took a risk. They stepped out on faith. They pushed forward even when they were uncertain. If they had waited for the perfect moment, we wouldn't have electricity. We wouldn't have the internet. We wouldn't have any of the things we take for granted today. You don't need to have everything figured out to start. You just need to start. Take the first step, no matter how small, because once you get moving, momentum kicks in. Action creates clarity. The more you do, the more you learn, and the more confident you become. But if you keep waiting, you'll stay stuck in the same place, watching other people pass you by. The truth is, fear is what's holding you back. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of what people will think. You're afraid that you don't have what it takes. But let me ask you this. What's scarier, taking a risk and failing, or never trying and spending the rest of your life wondering what could have been? Stop overthinking. Stop doubting yourself and just start. Whether it's a business, a new skill, or a life-changing decision, the time to move is now. Every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. You have everything you need to begin. The question is, are you going to use it? The people at the top, they got there by outworking everybody else. Stop worrying about talent, luck, or who you know. Hard work will put you in rooms your excuses can't. The grind is ugly, the hustle is painful, but the results, oh, the results are beautiful. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody's going to hand you success. If you want it, you have to go get it. Too many people sit around waiting for an opportunity, but winners don't wait, they create. They wake up early, stay up later, and push harder than the rest. That's why they win. Look around. There are people less talented than you, doing better than you, simply because they refuse to quit. While you were doubting yourself, they were putting in the work. While you were waiting for the perfect moment, they were grinding in the background. And now they're winning while you're still wondering when it'll be your time. Success is about discipline. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the hard things, the boring things, the uncomfortable things that most people avoid, because those who do what's easy now will live a hard life later, but those who do what's hard now will live an easy life later. If you want it, you have to be willing to work when others aren't. You have to be willing to sacrifice, to push through exhaustion, to do what others want so you can have what others can't. That's the price of success, and there are no shortcuts. The question isn't, do you have what it takes? The question is, are you willing to do what it takes? Because if you are, nothing can stop you. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Too many people treat failure like a stop sign when it's just a speed bump. The truth is, you are going to fail, not once, not twice, but over and over again. And that's okay. Every single successful person you admire has failed more times than you can count. The difference is that they didn't let failure break them, they let it build them. They didn't run from failure, they learned from it, adjusted, and kept moving forward. The faster you fail, the faster you learn. If you sit around waiting for a perfect, mistake-free path to success, you'll be sitting forever. You need to go out there and try. Get your hands dirty, make mistakes, mess up, because every failure brings you one step closer to figuring out what works. Every loss is a lesson in disguise, teaching you something you wouldn't have learned otherwise. If you fail slowly, you learn slowly. But if you fail fast, you grow fast. Fear of failure keeps people trapped in mediocrity. They're so scared of messing up that they never even start. They hesitate, overthink, and talk themselves out of opportunities before they even try. But let me ask you, what's worse? Failing and learning, or never trying and staying stuck where you are? One moves you forward, the other keeps you in the same place. You can't win a game you refuse to play. If you avoid failure, you avoid growth. And if you avoid growth, you'll never reach the level of success you're capable of. The people who succeed the fastest are the ones who fail the fastest. They test ideas, take risks, and adjust when things go wrong. They don't waste time beating themselves up over mistakes. They say, all right, that didn't work. What's next? They move with urgency. They understand that every failure is just feedback, not a final verdict. If you adopt that mindset, nothing can stop you. You won't feel failure anymore because you'll know it's just part of the process. Think about a baby learning to walk. They don't fall once and say, well, I guess walking isn't for me. No, they get up, try again and again and again until they figure it out. You were born with that resilience. The only difference now is that you've been taught to fear failure instead of embracing it. But successful people, they fail like it's their job. They understand that each failure refines them, sharpens them, and prepares them for the next level. Some of your biggest blessings will come from what looked like failures. That job rejection, that failed business, that lost opportunity, it might feel like the worst thing in the world at the time. But later, you'll realize it was just redirecting you to something better. Every setback is setting you up for a comeback. But you only see that if you keep moving forward instead of giving up. Most people quit right before they break through. Don't be most people. Stop fearing failure and start using it. Fail forward. Every time you fall in the direction of progress. Don't let failure make you stop. Let it make you smarter, stronger, and more determined. If you can master this, if you can turn failure into fuel, there is absolutely nothing in this world that can hold you back. Not everybody wants to see you win. Some people are only comfortable when you stay where you are because it makes them feel better about where they are. The moment you start dreaming bigger, the moment you start making moves, you're going to notice something. Certain people will try to pull you back down. They'll discourage you, doubt you, and make you question yourself. Not because they're right, but because your ambition makes them uncomfortable. Dream killers come in many forms. Some of them are obvious. People who flat out tell you that your dreams are impossible, that you're wasting your time, and that you should be realistic. Others are more subtle. They support you on the surface, but secretly hope you fail. They make little sarcastic comments, laugh at your ideas, or remind you of every time you failed before. These people don't just kill dreams with words. They kill them with doubt, negativity, with distraction. Sometimes dream killers are the people closest to you, friends, family, even the people you love the most. Not because they hate you, but because they don't believe it's possible for themselves. So when they see you reaching for more, it reminds them of everything they didn't go after. Instead of supporting you, they try to pull you back to their level. They'll say, I'm just looking out for you. But what they're doing is projecting their fears onto you. You have to learn how to protect your vision. If someone isn't adding to your life, they're taking from it. If they're not building you up, they're tearing you down. It's that simple. Some of you are carrying dead weight. Friends who bring nothing but drama, family members who never have anything positive to say, people who drain your energy instead of fueling your fire, and you wonder why you feel stuck. You can't fly when you're chained to negativity. You need to start surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, who challenge you to be better, and who push you forward instead of pulling you back. People who celebrate your wins, do not secretly hope you fail. People who inspire you, who make you think bigger, who show you what's possible instead of telling you what's impossible. The right people will make you feel like you can do anything. The wrong people will make you doubt yourself every step of the way. Cutting off dream killers doesn't mean you have to hate them, doesn't mean you have to argue with them or prove them wrong. It just means you stop giving them access to your mind, your energy, and your vision. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to explain yourself. Just quietly distance yourself and focus on your goals. Some people will notice your absence. Some won't. Either way, keep moving. If you want to change your life, you have to change your environment. The people you surround yourself with will either fuel your dreams or bury them. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace, your ambition, or your future. The moment you let go of the wrong people, you make room for the right ones. If you don't believe in yourself, don't expect anybody else to. Too many people are waiting for permission, waiting for approval, waiting for someone to come along and tell them they're good enough. But let me tell you something. Nobody is coming to validate your dreams. Nobody is going to hand you confidence. If you want to win in life, you have to bet on yourself first. Betting on yourself means trusting that you have what it takes, even when nobody else does. It means showing up for yourself, investing in yourself, and pushing forward even when the odds are stacked against you. Most people never go after what they want because they're afraid of looking stupid, afraid of failing, afraid of what people might say. But the truth is, the only way you truly fail is by never trying. Think about all the greats. Every successful entrepreneur, every world-class athlete, every artist who changed the game. They weren't handed success. They didn't wait for someone to pick them. They took a chance on themselves. They believed in their vision even when nobody else did. They took risk. They invested time, energy, and money into their growth. That's what separates winners from everybody else. It's not luck, it's not talent, it's the willingness to bet on yourself when nobody else will. The problem is that most people bet against themselves. Every time you say, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, or what if I fail? You're putting your money on your defeat. You're gambling on your limitations instead of your possibilities. And if you keep betting against yourself, guess what? You're going to lose. Every single time. Betting on yourself isn't just about confidence. It's about action. It's about making decisions that move you closer to your goals. It's about signing up for that class, applying for that opportunity, starting that business, and making that investment in your future. It's about putting your time and money where your mouth is. Because if you don't invest in yourself, why should anybody else? You are your greatest asset. Your mind, your skills, your vision. Those are the things that will take you to the next level, but only if you're willing to believe in them. Nobody successfully got there by playing it safe. You can't wait for a guarantee. You can't wait for everything to be perfect. You have to jump, even when you're scared. You have to bet on yourself, even when there's no proof yet that it will work. That's what separates those who succeed from those who just wish they could. The ones who make it aren't the ones who have all the answers. They're the ones who move forward anyway. The moment you start believing in yourself, things will start to shift, doors will open, opportunities will appear. But it all starts with you. The world doesn't move for people who doubt themselves. It moves for people who decide they're worth betting on. Success is not about what you do sometimes, it's about what you do every single day. The difference between people who make it and people who don't is talent, luck, or resources. It's consistency. The ability to keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and keep moving forward even when they don't feel like it. Anybody can work hard when they're motivated, but the real test is whether you can stay disciplined when motivation fades. Most people fail not because they aren't capable, but because they quit too soon. They start strong, but the moment things get hard, they slow down. They make excuses. They convince themselves they'll get back to it tomorrow. But success doesn't wait for you to feel like it. It doesn't care if you're tired, frustrated, or uninspired. If you only work when you feel good, you'll never get anywhere. The ones who win are the ones who stay consistent no matter what. Consistency beats talent every time. You don't have to be the smartest, the fastest, or the most gifted. You just have to be the one who refuses to stop. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone less talented than you pass you up simply because they kept going while you were stuck overthinking? That's the power of consistency. While other people are waiting for the perfect moment, the consistent ones are already 10 steps ahead. The truth is, your feelings are unreliable. Some days you'll be fired up, ready to take on the world. On other days, you'll feel like doing absolutely nothing. That's normal. But if you let your feelings dictate your actions, you'll never build anything great. The most successful people don't let their emotions control them. They stick to the plan no matter how they feel. They understand that showing up even at 50% is still better than doing nothing at all. Consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. There will be days when you fall short, when you mess up, when you don't hit your goals. That's okay. What matters is that you get back on track immediately. Too many people let one bad day turn into a bad week, a bad month, or even a bad year. But winners don't let setbacks define them. They reset, refocus, and keep going. Look at any successful person and you'll see the same pattern. They put in the work daily, even when nobody is watching. Athletes train even when they're tired. Entrepreneurs build even when they're struggling. Artists create even when inspiration is low. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making progress every single day. Success isn't about one big move. It's about 1,000 small steps taken consistent. If you want to win, you have to stop negotiating with yourself. Stop giving yourself an out. Stop waiting for the right move. Commit to the process and stick to it no matter how you feel. Because the truth is, results don't come from what you do once in a while. They come from what you do consistently. Faith without work is dead. You can pray all day, you can hope, you can dream, but if you're not putting in the effort, don't expect results. Too many people sit back waiting for a blessing, but blessings don't just fall out of the sky. You have to position yourself for them. God gave you gifts, talents, and opportunities, but it's up to you to use them. You can't just ask for success and then refuse to move. You have to act like it depends on you while trusting that God will handle the rest. Prayer is powerful. It gives you strength, wisdom, and direction. It connects you to something bigger than yourself. But prayer is not a substitute for effort. You can't pray for a better job and then never apply for one. You can't pray for success and then refuse to put in the hours. You can't ask God to bless a business you haven't even started yet. Faith is not sitting around waiting. It's stepping out and trusting that if you do your part, God will do his. The most successful people understand this balance. They don't just pray. They hustle, they grind, they get up early, they stay late, and they do the hard things that most people avoid. And they trust that in the process, doors will open, opportunities will come, and favor will follow. They pray for guidance, but they also take action. They don't just sit back waiting for a miracle. They create opportunities through their discipline and persistence. There will be moments when you feel stuck, moments when you don't know what to do next. That's when prayer becomes your greatest weapon. But after you pray, move. After you seek guidance, act. Too many people waste time waiting for a perfect plan when God is simply waiting for them to take the first step. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take that first step, and the next one will reveal itself. When you work like it depends on you, you develop habits that separate you from the crowd. You build resilience, you gain skills, and you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. When you pray like it depends on God, you move with a different kind of confidence. You stop worrying about every little setback because you know that something greater is guiding you. That combination of faith and action is unstoppable. Some people will tell you to pick one, either work hard or trust in God. But the truth is you need both. Faith alone won't build your dream, and work alone won't open the right doors. You have to do everything in your power to make it happen while trusting that God will take care of what you can't control. That's where the real power is. That's where breakthroughs happen. If you truly want success, you can't just pray for it, you have to work for it. You have to wake up every morning with determination, give it everything you've got, and push through even when it's hard. You have to show God that you're serious about what you're asking for, because when you pray with faith and work with discipline, there is nothing that can stand in your way. Quitting is the only guaranteed way to fail. If you give up, it's over, period. But as long as you keep going, you still have a chance. Too many people walk away from their dreams right before their breakthrough. They let frustration, setbacks, and slow progress convince them that success isn't coming. But the truth is that success only comes to those who refuse to stop. You have to be relentless. You have to decide, no matter what happens, I will not quit. Every great success story is filled with struggle. The people who made it to the top weren't handed an easy path. They faced rejection. They failed repeatedly. They had moments where they doubted themselves, moments where everything seemed to be falling apart. But they kept going. They didn't let failure define them. They didn't let obstacles stop them. They pushed through the pain, the frustration, the uncertainty, because they knew that quitting was not an option. The road to success is never a straight line. There will be detours, setbacks, and moments when you feel stuck, but that's just part of the process. Every challenge prepares you, shapes you, and makes you stronger. Most people quit because they mistake temporary struggle for permanent failure. But the struggle is not the end. It's just a test before the next level. The ones who succeed are the ones who understand that. You have to develop a whatever it takes mindset. That means no excuses, no giving up, no backing down. That means when things get tough, you get tougher. That means when you fail, you get back up and try again. That means when people doubt you, you prove them wrong by outworking and outlasting everybody else. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when you're done. Most people never reach their full potential because they quit at the first sign of difficulty. They let fear, doubt, and outside opinions dictate their future. But successful people, they don't listen to the noise. They don't let fear win. They don't wait for permission. They keep pushing forward even when it feels impossible, because they know that every great accomplishment always feels impossible until it's done. The truth is, the moment you decide to never quit, you become unstoppable. No setback can break you. No failure can define you. No obstacle can stop you, because you'll find a way. You'll adjust, you'll adapt, and you'll keep moving forward. And eventually, you'll look back and realize that every hard moment, every challenge, every setback, it was all leading you exactly where you were meant to be. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most talented. You just have to be the one who refuses to quit, the one who gets up every time they fall, the one who keeps going when everybody else stops, the one who fights for their dreams no matter what. Because the moment you decide quitting is not an option, success is only a matter of time. At the end of the day, success is not about luck, talent, or having all the right connections. It's about mindset, discipline, and relentless action. It's about failing fast but failing forward, cutting off the dream killers, betting on yourself when nobody else will, and staying consistent even when you don't feel like it. It's about working like it depends on you while praying like it depends on God, refusing to quit, and understanding that your dreams are your responsibility, nobody else's. Everything you want in life is possible, but only if you're willing to go after it with everything you've got. No excuses, no waiting, no second guessing. The ones who win are the ones who decide that quitting is not an option. They push through the setbacks, they block out the noise, and they take massive action every single day. The choice is yours. You can keep wishing, or you can start working. You can keep waiting for the perfect moment, or you can create it. You already have everything you need to succeed. It's time to use it.